LOL, seriously is here, back for some more rebuilding a legacy, and it looks like we've got a visitor at the settlement. It also looks like we are out of buildings to build by the terminal here. I haven't had a building upgrade in quite a while at the settlement. Let's see what this visitor wants. It adds a feature and gives us a debt. It does not do anything bad. It doesn't remove anything else. That's fantastic. So what I'm going to do is not decline or accept. I'm going to back out of this option. I'm going to go to the terminal. We don't have our goods for the day yet. I must have got that earlier today when I logged in to see what else the terminal wanted. So I don't have to worry about that, but it's worth checking to make sure, because once you accept debt, you can't pick up your stuff. So we're definitely going to purchase this. Also, we did just look at the stats, so I don't know. Oh, can I say up here? Oh, it said, and then it just told us our debt. Darn. What did we get? Something will have changed for probably happiness. It's not showing it here, is it? Anyway, it was worth it. Always buy everything, basically. Anything that increases your citizens' happiness, pick that at a cost, and anything that a visitor is offering for sale, basically say yes. Some of them just give you a blessing, but those are still worth it. Alright, it's nighttime. It's about midnight. Yeah, not even midnight. I'll show you guys. Put this little thing in here at the top of the stairs because I couldn't find them from the overseer's office. I couldn't see anything, and now we have a nice, whoops, there we go, archway to look at so we know where the stairs are. Down there I put a building on the dock, just a 2-story stone building built into the rocks. So we're going to build some stone buildings up on the cliffside and into the village now. I don't know that we're going to work on the water today. We did that last time. We might get some more done. We'll see. Down here, let's stop on the triangle. We put this dock in. We put that building in last time. But this dock sort of seals off this interior little water here, so we need to figure out something to do with that. Maybe fishing? Something like that. Visually, I mean, we can go fishing anywhere we want. We're not going to go fishing there. But maybe let's set up a, a fishing hut or something. A skiff in the water. Alright, so... I think because of the interaction with the rocks here, we're going to do the same thing we did elsewhere. We're going to use, instead of floor pieces on top of these walls, we're just going to use roof pieces. So let's get into the build camera right away and look through our stuff. Can I not drag that down? I have, oh, there we go. Yeah. On the keyboard, it's fast. Okay. That's a good one. I really like this one. Good for interior floors, I think. Let's look at some other options here, though. I think we're going to get our best bet in, yeah, concrete. Let's look at these ones. The only flat ones are these ones, and this one is very tall. We would have to have that. You know what? That does make a very interesting base for a building. But it's wider than, well, not significantly actually. Look at that. Huh. Well, that's interesting, but it's going to look very odd if we have a wall. Like if I put this here and I get rid of this. No, I don't want to get rid of that yet. I want to put a wall in. Let's put a base on top of that. And now I get rid of that. That's going to look weird. There's a gap. So what we would have to do is put it here. And then you don't see it at all. And on the inside, you do get a gap. No, I don't like that at all. All right. Get rid of you. What about your compatriot that's a bit smaller here? Shorter at least. Let's go build camera. Wedge it in this corner. Is that the right level? That's up. That's down. Wow, that is way taller than I thought. Wiring mode, so we can get some light on this, see how it looks. Although, a wall would merge better with this. Yeah. You know what? Alright, you know what I want to see then? Let's just copy that one there. Put that right here. Let's get our character. And do we fit in between this really tall floor and that ceiling? Yeah, it's a bit cramped. We're not going to be in these buildings, they're just for show. So it really is only what they look like on the outside that matters. Okay, let's move our character over here so the storm follows us. Because those localized gravity inversions like to annoy you specifically. Alright, build camera enabled. We'll get back over here. Okay, and we're going to hit build camera right again, right away. There we go. Center our build camera over where we were. Wire. Oh yeah, we didn't pick the color of the wall yet or anything, but I wanted to see how this looks. Do we have the sun coming up yet? Come on, sun. Here in specific, we're going to have to go down lower than there anyway. So what can we do about that? Oh, I got an idea. Huh. I think that works pretty well. Do we have a corner piece though? No, we've got a gable to seal it off. That's okay. That works. Is that the same height? It doesn't feel like the same height. Why is that not working? Did we delete a piece here? No, it's still in there. Okay, I'm gonna delete the gable, copy that. Huh. That is definitely one tier lower. What if I put this there first? And then I can go on top? No, can I go underneath this one? Yeah. See, I can go there, but I don't want to go there. I want to go to the top. Oh, I know why. I know why. I know why. I don't have the wall in yet. There we go. That's the one to the top. Okay, so we can put a gable in. There and there. A little corner. That's okay. I wanted a path up here between the staircase and this building because this here is our natural staircase up right here. That's as smooth as it gets for walking. So, does this reach the ground all the way around? We don't need a wall above if we have one beside to connect to. So, Technically, no, it does not. There's a bit of a gap there, but you know, I think that's pretty good. So I'll put a wall. Where was this wall? What is that wall on? Let's put these all the way across. I think we are going to go with these. And maybe we'll make our entrance here and it can have those and a little ramp up. Oh, what we should do, though, to reduce parts being used, since that's part of the concern that we're having here on this save, we're going to leave that one in. We're going to get rid of some of these because we don't need them there anymore now that these floor parts are in there. In fact, I'm going to move that here and get rid of the one here and here as well. Okay, we already got rid of that one. We can move that back now. Okay, we'll delete the rest. Ooh, yeah, I've got a wall over there. We should be able to connect everything from there. And I was gonna go like that. Okay, perfect. Put the walls in now. We want to snap that. Oh yeah, I do want to pick the color so we get these right. These ones can be blue and green. No, not there, please. There we go. We're going to switch some of these for windows and stuff. Don't worry. We're just putting them all in so we have stuff to connect to if we need to at the right height. Yeah, something like that. And then what I was thinking is for out here, we have stuff like, well, this one would snap, but it won't actually give us access. Like that would look really nice there, right? But you can't walk through. So that's more of like a roof piece we can use. I mean, it's actually in the roofing part, so duh. We could, however, find over here maybe. Yeah, right here. Canvas gazebo. And we could just put that on those wood thing that we got there. I think we can even resize this part if we want. Pretty good size. We could do a bit. Yeah, there we go. I'm actually going to put it right on those nubs there. Looks not straight, to be honest. No, other way. We'll try that. I want to see how far they go this way. Oh, that was a pretty good match, actually. I like that. Okay, we'll go with that. We're gonna delete that wall and that wall. We're gonna copy those. They were the purple. I don't want the purple here. That height, that height. And we don't have any of them there, so we're gonna do an archway. Yeah. Okie doke. And yeah, we'll get rid of that. And maybe we will put one of these roofs here. Yeah, sure. Why not? Then beside it, we can do something like this. No, we can't do that up here either. We need to do the other roof parts if we're going to do that. You know, we should do some variety. We haven't used any of these parts yet. And we're still on those two colors. I want to see what those two colors look like in each of the different roof parts. And then we'll decide if we want to pick different colors for the roof, because that could look cool too. Oh, while we're here, we forgot. We do need another one of these right here. Come on, up a bit, please. Come on, we got the wall in. Let me snap this where I want it. Yeah, that's the right height. And a couple of gables. There we go. That side's in too. We don't need them around the front. That side is nice and flush with the ground. Cool. Alright, roof parts. What else we got in here? I don't want to use, I mean, these are neat, but they're a little bit industrial. You know what? Let's take a scan of our village. There we go. Our office is using one of those pieces. There's one over there and over there. Okay. All right, fine. We're already using them. We'll see what it looks like. We know what these look like. What about is there a square here anywhere? No, we would have to go like that. That's, you know what? That's not that awkward. That's a bit interesting. Let's go with the metal roof here. We could even put some windows in if we want. I think one facing the lake is a good idea. There we go. We're going to have to do something about these walls. But let's move on. We've got a lot of these to do, and we're only done one. I'll just keep doing them between episodes. Oops. This one here beside our character, you can see I've already got a stone archway in, and I thought that would be neat to have a building separated with a gap with some grass in there. Sort of like settlement buildings sometimes do. Right. So we're just going to do simple stuff over here, but all stone. Color, we'll pick, oops, let's go to the base part there, and we'll pick a color, teal and blue for this one. We'll put it at the same height as those, and that should let me get rid of this stuff. Okay. And I'll pick all the windows and stuff later, put some doors in. I just want to get these layouts built for now. See what we can do about roofs and stuff. This here might be a great spot for one of these again, above those archways. And then, is there not a glass one of these? Oh yeah, it's in wood. We could do a wooden roof part. It's a bit small actually. I am going to use that piece. Maybe not. Maybe we'll use that piece. It sticks a bit weirdly into stuff, but so do the other ones. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay. Build camera. Even though I'm right there, we have already set our build camera over by that building, so we want to be centered here. That's a 2x2. That's nice and easy. We'll go back to our classic here. We don't only have a couple of options because if we go to metal flooring here, we don't get a lot of good roof options. We could try this. That sort of makes, you know, a very clinical floor. It's like if we were doing like a medical clinic or something, maybe. Can I target these walls with that there? Yeah, I can. How does that mesh with walls? And can I put it one up, or do I need to put it flush with the ground? Where are our walls? There we go. So if I put a wall on top of that wall, short wall, snap it here. Yeah, there's a gap. You can see it right here where the wiring connector is. Okay, so we would have to do the same as we did here, which is fine. I want stuff to touch the ground. You have to fix the colors of stuff there. So we would have to go like that. That sort of looks interesting. Like a metal frame around the base of that, but I like the stone frame. So yeah, maybe not. Although, thing is, this one here in wood is a very similar issue. That metal sticks through, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. Yeah, we get the stuff. That's very nice. Okay, we're going with, we're going with mushrooms inside. Okay. Now, one of the downsides of these pieces as flooring is that you get these metal frames in here, but again, we're not going to be inside these houses. There we go. There's one over here and here. Get these walls in. Something that I'm thinking of doing while we're here, actually on this building, so that I can copy and paste them for like a palette. Let's get rid of these. We've got one of those walls there. It's a base. We're gonna go for all of our alternates here. Scroll down. Stone slit window. Let's hit alternates. Let's go. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, here it is here. Stone slit window base. There we go. And is that in our... No, it's not. We were going teal and blue here. Now we're going to go stone grill. Turn that on. We want the base. Large window. Base, yeah. Stone circle window base. Oh, that is a problem. See, I knew there was an issue with us putting these down flush with those. Now that's going to work fine on this building because we don't have any floors in there at all. I don't even know if we need, you know what, maybe we don't need floors. If we're not going in these buildings, it shouldn't matter. Anyway, this is just for a template anyway. Forgot about that. We are going to have to move stuff up on buildings we want to go in. That's okay. What does that look like? Let's put this back in. Use that as a template. Take that back out. There's a gap but it's not a weird angle gap. It's sort of just flush and down, as if the foundation is just a little bit smaller than the wall. I don't mind that. That's fine. All right. It's nighttime again already. Great. Anything else we're going to want to put on here? We might want to get some of these as templates. Oh, yeah, stone arch base. Yeah, we're on the right color still. And I don't think we're going to need a garage door, but let's do a frontage. There we go. And roof pieces, I think on this we're just going to do metal. Or anything fancy over here that we want to do. We get some extra sail options with the wooden parts. For example. That's sort of neat. Oh, I got an idea. What happens if you mix all those windows facing each other? It sort of wastes them, but let's get our camera in here since we can't get our character in here anymore. Oh, there's a centerpiece in there anyway. Meh. It's a neat look. I like it. Okay. Quick hut here. That'll be easy. We'll just copy stuff. Like that's what it's here for. Yeah, I know those are grills. Doesn't matter. Yeah, at this height, if we're not going to be going in this, doesn't need real floor. And you know, it doesn't even matter if we have a real floor or not. I'll show you. Put in 3 of those, get rid of that. We're going to copy the door here. Put that in there. And we're going to pick a floor. And we're just going to put a regular floor in here. And you know what? We can't terrain manipulate it. Oh no. You know what? It's not a big deal. Got rid of the plants. And if we pull that floor up, it will get rid of, the plants will come back, basically. So it doesn't really destroy too much. I think it'll work. And before we go today, I'm going to put a roof on this. And I think we should take a look at the gap between the structures I've set up here. So this edge and the structures the settlement has built. That is the furthest one out. Nothing in there. So we've got all of this space to build. I would like to fill up in the same sort of gap spacing that the settlement naturally has. I don't want to crowd it. I don't want it to look sparse. So that's sort of what I've tried to accomplish here already. It's a bit crowded actually. Some areas are crowded in the settlement, they just are. So we're gonna, well, it's fine, it's fine. So maybe a building here and there. 1, 2, 3 over here, or we could have like a big one up against the cliff wall. Put one in the back there. I don't know how many buildings we're going to be able to fit in here with our building part limit, but you know, we haven't hit it yet, and I'm pretty impressed because we put a lot of parts in today. We got a lot of parts in down there. Oh, what we're going to be doing next time is I am going to be looking up circle builds, and I've already started it because I know how they start, and it's been a while. We're going to probably build a lighthouse here over on top Did I just hurt myself? I absolutely did.
Technology recharge.
So I have an 8-sided square done over here, an 8-sided circle, I guess you would call it. And you do that by putting a wire in where the flooring would go, and then you, whoops, copy a floor, go from here and do a wire glitch, center a wire where that floor was, and you pull it to this wire, and you do a reverse wire glitch and put the floor back in at an angle. So now I have 2 angles. I just don't know what I do. I might need a triangle piece here and go off of that for a 16 or a 32 sided. I'm gonna have to look up the different sides, and I have to find one that works for us. And I might even decide that I don't want to use big squares. Maybe I want to use a circle build of small stone panels, half-size stone panels, right? So we could get a smaller, look, I made one right here. Yeah, we could get a smaller base for our circle. So I want to put a lighthouse in, and we'll look into that next time. But until next time, have a good time.